So lovely to meet you, Kelsey, and congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been so much fun. I'm just loving all of this.
I love MasterChef. It's an amazing show. I've watched it for years. I'm a big fan of Gordon Ramsay and Aarón, and I'm just curious what was your journey and what made you decide you wanted to try out for the show, and how did you get to this point?
Yeah, it's been, I mean, almost like a 2-year process. It's been crazy how long that whole journey has been, but you know, it started honestly with my father-in-law telling me, like, you got to try out for the show. Same thing. I'm a huge fan. Like, I've watched it every season. And so that's just like how I saw at the end of the episode. They're like, we're looking for, you know, people to come try out. And so I submitted my application, and then here we are.
I love it. And you won now, which is amazing.
Yeah.
What was it like? Because as a fan, I've watched the show for years. Me and my mother always watch it. I'm a horrible cook myself, but I enjoy watching other people that are good at these sort of things.
Yes, yeah.
What was it like working with Gordon?
You know, I always go back to our first audition where we first served them food. And it was such a nerve-wracking experience. I literally thought I was going to vomit like all over them, because you all of a sudden no one's tasted your food, and then all of a sudden you're just like giving Gordon Ramsay and Aarón and Joe a plate of your food, and they're literally going to eat it in front of you. And it's terrifying. But then you quickly realize that they are amazing human beings, and they are there to help you and to mentor you and to offer you help and advice. And while yes, it can be like critical, and oftentimes, you know, on air, they can be really critical, but they're there to help you. And so those nerves quickly kind of like diminish, and you start to really look at them as like mentors, and really respect their opinions. And I think that's what really helped me throughout the competition, that I wasn't afraid of them, and I really like challenged them to give me as much, you know, feedback and help as possible. So yeah, it was awesome. I mean,
I love that, like going into it and really using them correctly as mentors instead of being frightened by the whole process. And I'm sure that served you really well, actually listening to what they were telling you and taking advice. What was one of your favorite challenges in the competition?
You know, my favorite challenges were the 2 team competitions that we did. Going into when I found out I got an apron and was going to be on the show, I was terrified of team competitions. At home, I cook by myself. I don't allow my husband in here. Like, it's my space. So I really thought I was going to be challenged by those, especially as like a type A leader personality. I wasn't sure how I would do, but they honestly were the most fun challenges. I felt like I could let go of that kind of nervousness. And then in the team challenges, you really just had a lot of fun. There's a lot of adrenaline going on. And by the time that we did them, it was later in the competition. So we really knew each other so well that I felt it was easier to work with everybody versus if it was like the second challenge. I think it would have just been like a shit show, because people would have just been like not knowing each other at all. So
that is hard, because I'm wondering like how you navigate the team challenges, because of course you have to work cohesively in the team, but you also don't want to you want to show off what you are able to do too, and what you're contributing. It's
so hard. Yeah, you see it on TV, and I know as a food TV lover, I'm always like, why is this so challenging? Like, they always look like they don't know what they're doing, and it's so difficult when you're in that circumstance, and then you have 5 minutes to try to collaborate on something, and you have 3 different point of views. It's so much harder than it looks, honestly.
I'm sure. I mean, it looks very hard to me, but
it looks hard. Yeah, it looks hard, and then I tell people it's harder than that. Yeah, like everyone said, the challenge that was the cook-along challenge for like the entrance into the finale. Yeah, everyone on TV was like, that looked terrible, and I was like, they made it look like a piece of cake compared to what it actually felt like, because I feel like on screen it didn't even do it justice.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I know you are a mom.
I am. You can probably hear the little one in the background. I'm so sorry.
No, my God, I love that. And you know, moms have to like think on their feet a lot, and do you think that really helped to your advantage in this competition?
Oh, totally. I mean, you know, yeah, you just kind of have to like go with the flow as a mother, especially if like little ones. You just kind of like make it work. You just make it work. And that's something that I've always been good at. Even from before I was a mom, I'm very good at adjusting on the fly. I'm very good under pressure. A lot of my friends always have said that I have a clutch gene. So like a clutch, I can figure it out last minute and get it done. And I definitely think that played to my strengths in this competition. Obviously, I mean, it worked out. But yeah, somehow I'm always able to just like pull things off, play the game right. Yeah, I don't know how else to put that.
Did you always kind of just have, when you went into competition, I'm curious, did you just have the mindset of always like just doing your best, or was there a point I'm wondering, in the competition where it's narrowing down and you're like, oh, I'm going to have a good chance of getting in the finale, or I am a forerunner in this competition?
Yeah, you know, going into the competition, I never thought that I would be able to win. And honestly, even after the first challenge, I ended up winning, and I was still so shocked. I could not get over that. And then I don't think it was until we returned back from COVID that I felt really my true confidence, and that like, wow, I actually have a shot at this. We went home for COVID and had a big break, and you think, oh, everyone's going to be home and practicing and honing on their skills and doing all this stuff. And I came home and I was working in the medical field and my kids, and I got pregnant. So I was still like having to live a very busy, normal life within COVID. So it was really challenging that when we went back out, I was like, I'm going to get sent home right away. Like everyone has been practicing, like I have not. And then I won the first 3 challenges. I did really well. And that's when I was like, okay, like I can do this. I am better than I give myself credit for. And that's when I really thought like, okay, I can take this the whole way. So
you talked a little bit about your background because you do physical therapy. Was there always just this like kind of this love of cooking in the background that you just never got around to? And this just has opened up that opportunity.
Yes, even as I know, being a physical therapist, I always said, people say, oh, if you weren't doing this job, what would you be doing? And I always had said I would have gone to culinary school, I would have become a chef. I just love being in the kitchen. When I get home from work, I just want to get in the kitchen and cook, and just that's my like zen, like chill out place. So yeah, now having this opportunity is just crazy. People keep saying, are you sure you're gonna leave your job? And I'm like, yeah, of course I'm going to. Like I've been handed like my dream on a platter.
I love that.
You know, like of course I'm going to.
Yeah.
Can you even hear me over my little one?
I could totally hear you. It's totally
okay. Good.
I could totally
he's
hear
watching
you.
Little Baby Bum, and he's like screaming his head off.
How old is the littlest one?
He's 8 months.
Oh my God, amazing. So cute.
Yeah.
What is the next step for you that you want to do now that you've won the competition, and you have these opportunities? What do you want to continue with?
The long-term goal for me is really, I love being on camera. I fell in love with it when I was on the show, and I felt very comfortable. I felt very natural. I felt like my true personality and character could really shine on camera. So I'm hoping to continue on that path, doing as much TV, commercial, just anything I can do. So I'm gonna be starting like a YouTube channel just to get my portfolio going. I've been doing a couple commercials with MasterChef. I was on the news this morning. Anything I can do on camera, I'm going to be doing. So that's like the long-term goal. In the meantime, I'm definitely, obviously, just getting in my kitchen, doing private events locally in Indy, and I'm diving in like head first, you know, just saying like, whatever I can do, I'm going to do it. So
I love that because you have a passion for it. And of course, like you were going to use the opportunity to its fullest. I love that. Yeah. And your passion for cooking. Really fast. Is there a dish you think that you would recommend for people to try to make that looks impressive if they're not the best at cooking like myself?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. Honestly, I tell people always, so if you have trouble cooking, I always say cook with what you know. So if that's chicken, cook chicken, okay? And then always think about, if you want it to look impressive, think about just different colors and textures, okay? You only need like 3 to 4 things on a plate. There doesn't need to be like a lot of things, but if you have a brown chicken, then, pick a green, pick a red, pick a yellow of some sort, whether that's, like corn and then asparagus and then, like a red sauce or something. It doesn't have to be like very fancy or very complicated. You just need to play with the colors and the textures. And you can make something that looks 5-star with just like basic, cheap, simple ingredients. I think that's like the best advice I give everybody is, don't be afraid to just like play, and put something in a blender and just like see what happens. Like blend a bunch of crap together and taste it, and you'll be really surprised.
That's true. I love that. And let's say you have a lot of other interviews, but I have quickly a question. Maybe advice you have for people that are in a job that they love, but really it's not their passion in life. Kind of like what you did. Do you have any advice for them if they're kind of wanting to do something else and kind of
if they're like stuck in their job? I tell people, obviously there's financial constraints that hold people to their jobs, and so I always tell people, find time within your schedule to give yourself, whether it's even 30 minutes a week, just to do something that you love or that you're passionate about, or even just find someone else who has that passion that you can talk to, because that just opens up your mind to creativity, but it also just decreases your levels of anxiety, your levels of kind of like that blueness in your life, to reinvigorate those passions we had when we were younger. I think that's all where it comes from, is finding like your inner childhood, your inner child, when we're like adults, we like so often are like, God, how am I getting stuck in this rut? Like my life is like so blah, and you really just, my opportunity was like, 100 times crazier than what a normal opportunity would look like. But that doesn't mean that if cooking's your passion, that you go just once a month, go do a little cooking course, or, or if you like bowling, go bowling, like I just do it, you just have to do it, and you have to make the effort, invest in yourself a little bit, tell your significant other that like, hey, I need this, I need to do this for myself, and it'll make me a better wife or husband, it'll make me a better mother or father, those types of things. So that's a very like simple answer, but it's just like, you just have to do it.
I think, the most impactful things in life, not the easiest, but the most impactful, always the simplest. And you're right, you just kind of have to do it, and you have to make time for yourself.
There's nothing else to say. You just have to do it. And like even the night before I was getting on a plane to go to MasterChef, I told my husband, I can't do this. I can't leave my 2 kids and you here for who knows how long. And like, no, I can't do that. And I did. And even if I wouldn't have won, it would have been 100% worth it. Because I came back just such a better version of myself, because I did something that I loved. So yeah.
Well, I'm really glad you did go.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. And I'll definitely be looking to see what you're doing further.
Awesome.
But thank you and congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for talking to me.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm excited to see what you do now. I love the show. I love
it. And I always love talking to like legit fans too.
My mom and I, we've watched it for years together. She's very excited. And my mother says congratulations as well.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
But thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Bye, guys.